joint. Get ready to fucking do this. We are live. Live. Life's always more fun when it's live, don't y'all think? Well, I do. If you don't, you know, whatevs, I guess. I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to get stoned and enjoy my life. Hopefully you're here to do the same thing. Today we're going to be looking at the updates that I've recently made to the game. I think I'm going to call something like TrailBlazers or, you know, Pioneer Adventure, something. I don't fucking know what to call this thing. I mean, obviously I can't just call it the Oregon Trail because the Oregon Trail is probably owned by somebody, right? I mean, I guess maybe not. I could look and see if the copyright on Oregon Trail is up. I don't know. But even if it were, this is far removed enough from the gameplay of the original Oregon Trail that I can't get in any trouble for using a concept. Like, you know, if they patented that game. Instead, I'm doing a 3D high-res updated version. Well, that is a little bit more, well, not a little bit, it's a lot more gameplay and a lot less simulator. You know, like Oregon Trail, the original, was like a simulation. You know, you sat on a fucking on a wagon and it strolled along the way until you came across a river. You had to decide whether or not to ford it or go around, right? Well, now when you decide whether or not to ford it or go around, you're gonna have to make that decision based on the actual river in front of you. You know, when Timmy gets diphtheria, you know, and you lose him, you know, that'll be a lot sadder when Timmy's got a 3D model. I don't know what his name will be. I think we'll still leave that up to the players. Players can decide the names of the characters. Alright, we have rolled this joint. We are looking at the dashboard. Now we're looking at the game. Alright, welcome. First things first, I just want to pull out over here and brag a little. You can see that 17,000. We've got several thousand trees on the board, somewhere in the vicinity of close to 100,000. Right? Let's put it up there. Let's bring those numbers up just a little, just as a proof of concept. Show frames per second. Where are we at? 18,000? I'm gonna put like another 6,000 trees out there, huh? 19,000. Oh, I slowed my map speed way down. Whoa. Okay. Fucking weird. I don't know what that was all about. I don't know what that was all about, but we'll put some trees over here until we get to that magic 25,000 mark. That way we know we're at 100,000 trees. Alright. 25,000, 25,000, 25,000, 25,000. So we got at least 100,000 trees rolling on the screen. Oh shit. There we go. And we're rolling at 50 frames per second. And this admittedly never gets old. I love to watch that thing tumble. Ooh, down to 24 frames a second. 25 frames a second. Alright, so it's a little intense right now. I'm gonna have to turn my culling, change my cullings and my level of details. But the point is that normally before this, if you watched the last video, if I put more than fucking 20 of these interactable trees on the map at a time, my frame rate would go down to about 8. we're gonna have to change the culling a little bit because it's playable, but it's not great. Interesting. Okay. So here I was gonna spend this video bragging about how we got 20,000 on the screen because I had 17 times 4. Don't ask me what 17 times 4 is. I'm not a mathematician. Okay, now I gotta do it. 7 is 78. Yeah, I think we had 78,000 trees. And at 78,000 trees, I was getting really good frame rates, but and this still isn't bad. We're in that 30, 40 to 20. Drops down a little bit when you dive right into the actual deep of the forest. Oh, I wonder though. I bet you that's why. So, okay, little debugging here, live debugging. I think what's happening is that when I look at the trees, they're turning from static meshes into blueprint actors. Okay, but I don't think there's a thing to turn it away from that. Turn it back. So I have to go back in there and change it back. So every time I looked at one of these trees, I turn it into a blueprint actor. And if I didn't cut it down, it's still a blueprint actor, which means killing my frame rate. That's what's happening. So I have to go back into the blueprints of it all and make it so that when I look away from the tree, if I don't chop it, essentially, it goes back to being a static mesh. Actually, I'm just going to bring the line trace in much smaller. I'm shooting out too far, so I'm hitting too many trees. I bet you that'll solve the problem. Because when we're here, our frame rate's not bad, you know, like when we're scrolling through it, but yeah, anyway, I'm excited. I changed some settings. If you look closely here, you'll see we've got some actual water in the river now. Of course, I've got to actually put a water body in the river. I didn't do that yet, and I can't get out of this depth. Okay, so there's still some work to do on the basic map. I probably won't even keep this map. This height map will probably not be the one that I use in the released game, but this is just a nice big height map that I can cover with 100,000 trees, and you know, get it all set up and everything working on. Today's project is going to be putting a couple of guns in our guy's hand here. I got to figure out how to make shotguns work. Oh, that was like some shit out of a movie. I got to figure out how to make shotguns work and rifles, get them in the player's hand, all that good stuff. Set up a system of aiming, all of that, which I've done before in Unreal, watching tutorials, and it wasn't too hard to do, so I don't think it'll be too difficult. But then I can start putting things like wolves and deer and maybe bear in the woods here. And I also want to do footprint system, but the footprints will be invisible to the player, and I want them to last pretty good ways, because I want wolves wandering through this forest to be able to catch his scent and come and attack, like fucking literally follow his trail and then attack him. So wow, yeah, I could also stand to lower the fucking radius, or up the radius on these, put some distance between these trees. So anyway, this is coming along slowly but surely, and honestly I'm pretty impressed with how fast I've done it. I mean, I've only been working on this for you know, about 2 weeks, and quite a bit is, you know, ready to rock and roll. I went ahead and bought the Brushify IO Auto Landscape. It's fucking beautiful. Probably the best $9 that I've spent on digital assets, hands down, ever. I mean, look at that grass just flowing, you know, and then shit. You know, you can see the desert and the transition between grasslands into desert. It's fucking gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So I bought that. It was worth it. And it's coming along pretty nice. It's looking pretty, you know. I also bought this tree asset pack. It's a nature pack. It's got a bunch of trees and grass and stuff that are relatively high res, so I think it's looking pretty sharp. You know, you'll wonder, oh shit, I gotta go around the giant chasm. You can see how the ground color changes, right? It's pretty smooth even from here. You can look and go, oh wow, that's pretty smooth. Now you're in the grass. Right, the grass is flowing, you got little flowers and shit. And then, what is this? Oh, you're in a desert. I don't know why those trees are growing here. No, it's because I was painting the fucking landscape. And then I added the trees at random. Anyway, yeah, when you get to the rocks, it actually puts boulders on the fucking landscape for you. Super cool. Super cool. That auto landscape shit is the bee's knees. And I've got the culling set up so that when you're up on a hilltop like this looking out at a forest, you see, you know, the forest seems endless, but at 45,000 units, there's fucking nothing. It disappears. That really helped the frame rate quite a bit on this little project. So, and I like the first person view. That's what, you know, was a necessity to me, was to be able to go back and forth between the two, because, you know, this, once I actually get an axe and a real chopping animation in here, that'll be a lot more satisfying. I'll also be adding the sound effects, you know, the whack. So anyway, this is my game. It's gonna be dope. Keep your eyes peeled. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna smoke this joint now. And go back to trying to get this thing to have a gun. So thanks for watching. Tune in next time. Like, subscribe, share, all that shit. You know, or don't be a prick. I don't care. You know, it's not. You know, you're the one that's gotta sleep with yourself at night. You gotta sleep at night.